Hey, good morning. I'm Dr. Michelle Petacola of Second Chance Secrets, helping motivational speakers. Hey, there we are. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Petacola of Second Chance Secrets, empowering motivational speakers, leaders, coaches, change makers to monetize their message and their mission with transformational, high-end programs that really make a difference. And if that's you, well, hang in, because I'm going to be giving you some options on how you can move forward and share your mission while getting paid. What I'm going to be talking about today is your power and how you give it away. We come into this world, spiritual beings having a human adventure, but we come into these bodies when they are very vulnerable and very small. And we need to survive, but we're really dependent upon our caregivers to give us what we need. And because our caregivers, often our parents, have their own issues and their own problems, we can run into some difficulties. So we develop patterns of behavior. And I'm going to be talking today about two different patterns that we use to ensure that we get what we need. So first of all, what do we need? Well, we need food, we need air, we need warmth, we need love. It's really true. Human infants really need love. We are social animals. We are wired to bond. And if we don't get love, we are really compromised. If we get a little love, then we develop patterns. If we get love mixed with abuse or with criticism or emotional abuse or chaos, we develop another pattern. So there are two kinds of patterns that I wanted to talk to you about today. One of the patterns is what I call the pleaser. This is a pattern I really know well because I used this pattern for many, many years before I realized how I'd been giving my power away. So the pleaser tries to extract love from others through pleasing, through giving them what they want. Now, I have to admit that probably pleasers really help the world to get on, because they take on all the load, they do all the work, and they do it for very, very small amounts of attention and appreciation, because they're addicted to that. And that's the way they give away their power. They give their power away to others because they are trying to gain that love, that appreciation, that acknowledgement from other people, instead of realizing that they are enough, that they are lovable in and of themselves. And that's impossible for a very young child to realize, because they literally are trying to survive. And so over the course of childhood and young adulthood, the pleaser learns the power for themselves of pleasing, that it gives them this sense of safety and of acknowledgement. It makes them feel good. Not to mention that because we are social beings, hey, good morning, that their sense of worthiness is tied in with the acknowledgement of other people. And as human beings, we actually get a boost, a hit of dopamine, so to speak, when we are good to other people. So other people are coming along, and I'm going to walk into the wet cemetery. It's clear today, but it's a lot colder. So of course I'm wearing much warmer clothing. That's usually what happens in California. Hey, do you like that? Do you like that sky? Isn't that wonderful? So maybe I'll talk here for a little bit so you can enjoy that beautiful sky. So the pleaser gives away their power by seeking the approval, the love of other people, and sometimes to their own detriment. They work way too hard, and they keep on working hard. And if you were a motivational speaker, you may be giving away all of your gifts for free. Now that's lovely except that we are in these human bodies and we need to support ourselves. Not only that, but if you have a big message, you need to reach more people. And when you're playing small, when you're just giving it away, first of all, the people who receive it probably don't even recognize its value because they haven't paid anything for it. And of course, in this culture, if you don't pay for it, it probably is worth nothing. So they don't really take action, they're not held accountable, and they don't make changes. So what does the people pleaser do? How do they regain their power? Well, they have to make a shift. They have to let go of their need to manipulate the approval of others and actually open up to receiving. Notice there's sort of this bargain going on that the pleaser has to earn love. The pleaser has to earn attention. So the main learning curve for the pleaser is how to receive love without earning it. How can you receive love just by being yourself? Well, now the pleaser's already given up who they are a long time ago by twisting and turning themselves into the being, the person, the character, the persona that they believe is going to get them attention and love. So this is a major journey, and that's the work I do. I empower my people to let go of their patterns and to develop new patterns. And I do that by giving them specific tools and action to take the changes. Ultimately, the way in which you change is by changing your behavior. And that changes your mind, and that opens you up to new possibilities. But it's scary, and a lot of people won't do it because it is scary. And that's why you need a coach to... Hey, there I am again. So I was talking about patterns and how different patterns of people, the pattern that you use for your survival is also the way in which you give your power away. So the other pattern is what I call the controller. And this person has given up, well, their idea of love and attention is confused with abuse or chaos or pain. So whereas the pleaser is in a situation where they don't get enough love, they've had a little, they've had a taste of it, and they develop a certain sense of autonomy or sense of control by pleasing. Whereas the controller, love is not safe. Love is scary. Love is connected with pain. And so they try to control it, manage it, and they often get in relationships where they stay in control. And they feel like, they can take just so much, but then they run away. And they give away their power because they give away their ability to accept love. And love is really essential to their empowerment. Love is what, makes the world go round. So they give away their power by feeling like they have to control everything. And the true power... And okay, so here's the bottom line on this. The true power is our spiritual connection to the divine. It's our brilliance. All these other patterns are just distractions from our connection to Source. And when we connect to Source, when we connect to who we really are, that's when we are empowered. So this pattern of controlling or this pattern of pleasing is giving your power away. You're becoming something other than who you really are. So how do you get connected with your brilliance? Well, interesting that you should ask that. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm talking about how it is that we give our power away. And I talked about two patterns of behavior and how those patterns give away power. And one is the pleaser, and the pleaser gives away their power by asking other people to approve or disapprove of them. The controller, on the other hand, spends all their time controlling the world around them so that they can feel safe. So they kind of exchange safety for being loved and appreciated and But most important of all is that we want to connect with our true self, with our authentic self. And so when we are in these patterns, we are not who we really are. We are acting from a place of need, a place of wanting to feel safe and secure. So part of getting into that brilliance is actually doing spiritual practices. That helps a lot. But many times we put that aside because we think, oh, it's more important to please people, it's more important to stay busy all the time, it's more important to control things, it's more important to get things done. And we lose out on the most important power of all, which is our true brilliance. We are light beings. And when we lose track of that, we are really cutting ourselves off from the biggest power of all. So today, I want to leave you with this thought, and that is, how can you connect with your divine self? How can you connect with your true, authentic self? What do you need to do to open your heart, to receive inspiration? So one of the ways, of course, is to breathe mindfully. I've been talking throughout these Sunrise Diaries about a lot of different things that you can do that connect you to the moment, connect you to yourself. Separate yourself from that knee-jerk, automatic desire to either please or to control. Now, there are other patterns besides that, but those are the primary patterns that I run into and I work with. There's another pattern in which people just reject everything. They reject love. In fact, they feel like they're empowered when they get people to hate them. Does this sound like anybody you know? I don't work with those people because they are so intent on making themselves disgusting or unlovable that it's hard to be around them. And that's how they give their power away. They give away their power to be loved. So how can you love yourself, connect with your spiritual being, with source, with your inspiration? So every day I do a lot of stuff to work on that, because it's never a once and for all thing. You have to work on it all the time, because the habits of the body, the habits of this human being are very, very strong, especially if you've been doing it for years and years and years like I have. Part of what happens is you develop a sense of self-awareness, an observer self that notices when you fall into those patterns, either of the pleaser or the controller. Those patterns like, I'm not good enough, or people don't love me and I have to work harder. Those are the patterns that take you away from yourself. So what can you do to love yourself? So that's one of the first steps, is to love yourself. It's one of the practices I teach my clients, is how to really love yourself. Every day, do something that makes you feel loved. Anyway, I'm going to love you by sharing with you that gorgeous sky. Well, it's getting a little cloudy there. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, you like that? Look at that beautiful tree. So I'm sharing with you my moment. I don't like the fences so much. I like this direction better. Isn't that nice? That's pretty cool. I'm going to head off because I have to meet with my clients this morning. Oh, I did say, if you are a motivational speaker, leader, change maker, and you want to monetize your mission, check out my website, secondchancesecrets.com. There's a lot of material there. And also, you're in my Live Your Brilliance trainings, so look there also for the other trainings. I also have a Facebook group, not a Facebook group, but this is a Facebook group, a YouTube channel that has all of my Sunrise Diary. Stephen, thank you for joining. Good to see you. So I do have a YouTube group that makes it easier for you to find my earlier trainings. And that, if you search for Release Your Grief and Thrive YouTube, you should be able to find it. And I would say definitely check out the Sunrise Diaries and also check out Empowered Life. All right, you have an awesome day. It's almost the end of the week. The sun is out today. It's a little cooler, but it's beautiful. It's time to enjoy life. Thank you, Stephen, for joining me. Please post in the comments section what you liked, what you got out of the talk today, and come back tomorrow. Let's see, what does he say? Bring them on camera. Oh, thank you. Lovely. Tell me more about yourself. Even in a private message, I'd love to connect. You have a great day. Take care. Be brilliant. And bye for now.